for well over a decade to work in the wetlands and to learn about the wetlands and help ourselves. They're all over here grouped together. They look like beautiful California college students, don't they? Give them a hand for helping us out down here. And since we do have so many folks that are new to the city here tonight, I have some friends from Wisconsin, I have friends from all over the place. I'll tell the story of this next song as briefly as I can. It was written back when I was a bachelor, and there was a hurricane coming to New Orleans. Now, this many years ago, this is 2 ex-marriages ago, and back then hurricanes were much smaller. When I was a kid, hurricanes would come to New Orleans, they would dissipate before they got to Jackson, Mississippi. Walter Cronkite would talk about it for 30 seconds, and that would be the end of it up there in California and Chicago. You'd be like, oh, they had something down there, that's kind of weird. And when I was a little boy, they'd have these things called hurricane parties, which still go on. I always advise you do them 1,000 miles away from a hurricane now, because hurricanes are huge. They hit New Orleans and they take up the entire Western Hemisphere, but there is no global warming at all. But when I was a little boy, hurricane parties were an excuse to hang late at night with the adults, and I'd get to have potted meat on crackers and play poker. And when I got to be in my 20s and 30s, hurricane parties were an excuse for your guy friends to get together, play cards and drink. You know I'm working on here, right? Just so you know. I know back there was a party. And guys, see, they're setting a hurricane party vibe. I got it. So, thank you, Justin. It's method acting. They taught him at Berkeley, y'all. So when I got to be an older guy, hurricane parties were a way for you guy friends to get together and smoke cigars and drink scotch and play poker and hope they got so disgusting death wouldn't dare stop by that house. Women who were born smarter than men would show up late to the hurricane party. They'd wait till the men were good and drunk. They'd win all the money and they'd leave early before the men were so disgustingly drunk they didn't have anything to do with them because they were married to some of them. And I used to have a place in my bachelor pad where my guy friends, if they got in trouble with their wives or girlfriends, they had a safe place to crash for a few days if they needed it. It was my kitchen pantry. Because it was dark, you could close the door and sleep all day if you needed to, and it was empty. You had a bedroll in there, and the only thing I kept in my pantry at the time, because I don't cook, I kept a bottle of scotch, a jug of water, and a case of creamed corn in case I needed a base to drink on, because drinking on an empty stomach is bad for you. And so what happened was I passed out at my own hurricane party, and I went to sleep in the pantry. And I woke up and all my friends were gone, and I was glad because I was in that awkward place between still drunk and already hungover. And you're sort of giddy but grouchy at the same time. And I crept through the place thinking, oh, thank God they're gone, and then I heard laughter coming out from in front of my place. And while I was passed out in a legally purchased alcoholic stupor, one of my friends had given out this thing called psilocybin mushrooms. Now, I personally don't have a lot of experience with these things. But I hear they make you laugh a lot. And my friends sure were laughing, cutting up on my front lawn. They were wrestling in the mud the storm had left behind. I said, hey guys, the party's over, y'all need to go home. And one of them turned and said, hey, there's Paul, let's get him. And I said, no, let's not get him. The party's over, my neighbors don't like it anymore, and frankly, I don't either, so y'all go on home. And they said, no, he doesn't mean it, let's get him. And I said, no, seriously, guys, I found a half a Louisville Slugger on a trash pile that I keep by my door for trouble. Y'all look like trouble, I'll use it. And my oldest and best friend in the group said, he doesn't mean it, let's get him. And this song is the result of that moment. We had a little party, me and my friends. A hurricane was coming to New Orleans again. Somebody brought scotch, somebody brought beer. I should have kept the hooch and thrown them out of here. A friendly game, hand in your hand. Smoke a cigar, act like a man. Waiting for the gale force winds to blow. Shovel up the cards and let the liquor flow. A hurricane party got out of control. Lying in the gutter, eating the Tootsie Roll. Red hat bites all over my ass. Beating on my buddies with a baseball bat. That's right. Well, somebody's girlfriend showed up by surprise, cookies in her hands and dollar signs in her eyes. I started dipping them cookies in scotch. Well, she won all my money and my pocket watch. Well, I passed out and I woke up. The house was empty and so was my cup. From out on the front porch I heard them shout, I wish they'd come in so I could throw them out. A hurricane party got out of control, flying in the gut, eating Tootsie Roll. Red ant bites all over my ass, beating on my buddies with a baseball. I'm all ready. Everybody was wrestling out in the dirt. I laughed so hard till my stomach hurt. They saw me clean, there he laughed. They started charging at me and I grabbed the back. Hurricane party got out of control. I'm lying in the gut with the joints I roll. With red ant bites all over my ass, beating on my buddies with a baseball bat. Beating on my buddies with a baseball bat. Beating on my buddies with a baseball bat.